Hello everyone, this is Dr. Siri Ummaneni, obstetrician and gynecologist. Today I'm back again with another evidence-based information regarding stem cell banking, also called as cord blood collection. Your baby's umbilical cord blood as well as umbilical cord tissue contains valuable stem cells. These are genetically unique, which can be used for saving up for your own family or can be donated for public use. In case if you're not opting for stem cell banking, they go discarded as a medical waste. Here are a few questions which expected moms need to know before planning for banking their stem cells. Most of the families go ahead with stem cell banking for an assurance that they can be preserved and saved and can be utilized whenever they are needed in their own family. So, amongst the important reasons why families do preserve their stem cell banking is to help their own family members when they are in need, or they can either harness in a medical research. There is a lot of upcoming research on the stem cells, to evaluate what all diseases which can be really cured with stem cells. Here are three common reasons why expectant parents go ahead with stem cell banking. The first thing is family history. If you have a family history of certain blood disorders like leukemia, lymphoma, or any other inherited autoimmune diseases, these can be cured effectively with stem cells. So, if you are having a significant family of certain conditions, you can go ahead with stem cell banking. Over 80 types of diseases can be treated with stem cells like leukemia, inherited autoimmune diseases, lymphoma. The second reason is for the children who belong to ethnic minorities or children born to mixed ethnicity groups. For these children, it can be beneficial for banking their own stem cells because in case if they need in future or if they are really affected with some other disorders, it will be difficult for them to get perfectly matched stem cell donor. There is apparently there is only 25% chance of them getting a perfectly matched stem cell donor. And the third reason is for the parents who are going to opt for child through various fertility treatments like third party reproduction, or parents who are opting for getting a child through surrogacy, or for parents who are planning to adopt a newborn in which the siblings are not identical. In such cases it is beneficial to bank the baby stem cell because the baby's stem cells will be the only genetically identical tissue which can be belong to their own. Another frequently asked question is whether umbilical cord blood and umbilical cord tissue are the same, or do we need to preserve separately, or are they different? The answer is they both are different and we need to sample both of them separately and preserve them separately. That is because umbilical cord blood is rich in hematopoietic stem cells, which helps in rejuvenating the blood cells and the immune system. That means it has an ability of reproducing the blood cells and correcting certain blood disorders like leukemia, and it can also be helpful in correcting certain autoimmune diseases because it has immune properties also. Coming to the umbilical cord tissue, this tissue is rich in mesenchymal stem cells, which has the ability to regrow the damaged cartilage and the mesenchymal tissue. So basically, as soon as the baby is born, umbilical cord blood is collected in a sterile condition. It is really safe, effective, and painless procedure which takes less than 5 minutes, in which the blood is collected in aseptic precautions. The blood is collected and preserved for future use, and umbilical cord tissue is collected along with the placenta and in a sterile container, and it can be used for future use. So both of them repair the body separately in different ways. So both of them need to be sampled separately and preserved separately. Coming to the newer recent advances in this era is the collection and preservation of newborn stem cells. Newborn stem cells have an ability to regenerate certain tissue like cartilage damage, brain trauma, like cerebral palsy. This is still under trials, and like it really takes a lot of time for the conclusions to come up. Cord blood banking and umbilical cord tissue preservation can be done in normal delivery as well as cesarean, irrespective of mode of delivery. How do I choose a cord blood bank? This is what many people are asking me. So many companies provide this service basically. So before going ahead and taking a decision of stem cell banking and choosing a bank, you have to choose a bank with maximum infrastructure and which is well equipped and which is which has already been delivered and has a good reputation with your OB-GYN, who is able to give all satisfactory medical reports and already established treated medical disorders, and one who is proactive in clinical trials, and of course the one who is able to store your baby stem cell banking, and who is able to give you whenever it is needed or your family is needed. So I hope this video helped you in making a decision about stem cell banking in future. If you have any further comments, or if you have any doubts, please go ahead in the comment section. Also, like my next videos will be on nutrition and basic discomforts in pregnancy and medication use in pregnancy, etc. Stay subscribed for further updates. Thank you.